Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a spotlight on Influent, the language learning game. This is a cute little game. It's available on Steam for $10 plus the different language packs that you can buy off of it. There are 10 different languages you can get for this game. Each one has, I believe, at my count, 420 words that you can learn. It's really quite neat. So let's take a quick look at what we've got for an interface. As you can see, it's very minimalistic. You've got your language, which this is just the user interface language. Don't think this is the actual languages you have the option for. You've got English and, if I clicked on it, Japanese. So these are your two user interface languages. This would be your base language. This would be the language you're coming from. So let's keep that on, English, because I don't speak Japanese. I don't read Japanese. Although with this, you have the option. So you also have the options menu. So you got VSync, you've got your frame rate, you've got full screen, your resolution, and anti-aliasing. It's pretty light on the options. I would like personally to see an audio slider here, because at times I find the music to be a little bit loud and can overpower some of the audio. There are some points where, like, some of the words that I'm apparently trying to spit out and unable to, some of the words it does spoken word, and it seems like some of them are really quiet. I've only found one or two that I can think of, but the audio of the vocals drops. Anyway, let's get out of this option and let's hit play. Now, I was given this key by the developer himself, and I currently have all of the different DLC options, all the different languages. So as you can see, I've checked out the Japanese, which I've mastered 0 words. And yeah, that was a bad choice for me to pick at first. Now that I understand how things work better, I could easily go in there and try to muddle through it. Although I don't think this would be easy for me in any way, shape, or form. French is what I actually picked. As you can see, I've mastered 50 words. And this is, well, if you've paid attention to my channel at all, you know I'm Canadian, so that's our second official language. So theoretically, I'm supposed to be able to speak French to some degree. I can't. I think I've learned more words with this than I learnt in my years of French class. Mind you, my years of French class usually involved me sleeping, but we're not getting into that. And I also tried the Spanish. I almost called it Espanol, but Spanish. You have these 10 save slots as well, one for theoretically each language. Convenient. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of, limiting save slots, or save slots in general, actually. I prefer to be able to save an unlimited number. There's no real reason for this except that it fits in the user interface. That's pretty much it. But in this case, it's not a big deal unless you wanted to have multiple save files for multiple different languages. But we're going to hop into this French world because, well, it's my farthest. So here we are in our house or apartment or flat or whatever you want to call it. I have mastered every word that I have collected, and we will get into that. When you first start off, you get this little guy. This little guy here is Chip. Basically, he's a robotic bug. There is a story behind all of this too, which I'm not going to get into because, to be honest, it's not really that relevant. So this is your hint box, and this tells you basically how to play the game. So WASD to walk around, you can click and drag, rotate your camera. Pause menus, escape, tab for FPS mode. Let's get to the important stuff. Click on anything and press space to quick add words to your vocabulary list. Or just click on the word itself. So you can click on there. I clicked on the armoire, and it says armoire. And if you clicked on that, you can hear that little clicking. That is an indication that I already have it in my vocabulary list. So by doing that, that allows you to add it to your vocabulary list. Or you could hit space. There's also, you can double click it, and it reads the word to you, which is nice. It also tells you what it is in the gender role of things. You know, some things have two words for them. Like a man would call it a shirt, a woman would call it a blouse. Things like that. I personally don't understand that, but you know, I'm not a linguist. So anyway, you go, and then you've got double click on object, which is what I just showed to show more detail on it. And then add 10 words to your vocab list to unlock time attack mode. This is the main mode that you're going to deal with. We'll get to that in a minute. You also have shift, so you can crouch. He looks so derpy. Looks so derpy. But this isn't about, you know, the graphics quality or the animation quality. He's got a dopey look on his face. Anyway, this is about learning words for things. If you control left click, holding control puts you into child mode. I'm going to go into first person view because I just prefer that. His big head gets in the way. So here we are. We have a bed, which is a lit in French, just in case anyone cared. If you select any part of this bed, it will always be a lit, no matter what you select. But if you hold control, you can see that the rest of the bed is dim, except for the pillow. So now it's a coussin or something. Don't let go of control, though. So you just double click, and you've got this coussin. And then there's also oreiller, which apparently is the same as pillow. These might be slightly different things. And then you've got, you know, your mattress, your blanket, and then your bed frame. You've also got the wall, just in case you wanted to click on the wall. Now, let's get back into third person. Now, you gain those 10 words to get the time attack mode. And then you earn stars by correctly selecting a word 3 times in a row in time attack mode. So what that is if we go into our word list, this is our word list. So currently I have 5 pages of words, all of which have these stars, which means I've got the star for them. You can see up in the top here, I've got 34 stars currently. So those stars are what you get from doing these words 3 times in time attack mode, which means you have to do time attack mode at least 3 times. So I'm going to get out of this, and I'm going to prepare myself for time attack mode. So I'm going to do my first list because that's the one that I know the best. So here we are going into time attack mode. You can locate words in your vocab list quickly to set the high score. Customize the options below. Show text shows the text down here where this continue button is. Play voice reads the word to you in the language you're trying to learn. So in this case, it'll read it to me in French. Show hints. Well, I honestly don't know what that is. I'll be completely honest. I don't know what that is. And translations. This here, I'm pretty sure, I'm actually going to turn it off for this one. When you select an object, it tells you whether you've made it or not, and then tells you what it is that you were expecting or what it was. I think that's what this is. If with this off, it doesn't tell you what you were supposed to get. So here we are, port. So this is door.
Pantalon.
Yeah. And then we need pants.
Calendrier.
Calendar. So where it says correct, across the screen, right under the correct, right where I'm moving the mouse, would be a big green bar that would tell you what the actual proper word is you're looking for. I'm looking for a fish. What's a fish? What was a fish? That? No.
Lit.
That's the bed.
Mur.
That's the wall.
Tirelire.
That is that thing.
Armoire.
That is the actual armoire. T-shirt is your shirt.
What?
That's a box. And we got 90%. But we don't know what ones we got wrong. We don't know what we screwed up on because we didn't have that listed. And I have the memory of a goldfish, so I think it was a fish.
Affiche.
Oh, it was the poster. Damn posters. Curse you, Space Vole. I will get you. So, that is what this game is about. There's, like I said, 120 words. So you got 420 words, 10 words per page, and 42 pages, which, if my mark math is correct, that's 420. This is not going to teach you the language. This is not going to teach you how to speak to someone. This is not going to teach you how to, you won't be able to go to France with this and be able to talk to someone as if, you've lived there all your life. That's not how this is going to play out, and then this is not what this is the whole thing's designed to do. What this is for is to teach you the beginning of the vocabulary. Like, you learn 420 words, and then you have those words in your brain already. Now you can go out and figure out how to string those together to actually say something meaningful. Because right now, this game just teaches you the words. I would like to see something that teaches you the sentence structure as well. Let me close those. Something where you could say, my pants are on the floor. That's something I would like to see. I don't think that's something that's even planned for this. I don't know if the developer is going to work on something else like that. But that would be a really nice thing. This, as it is already really cool. I actually really, really like it. I like what it does. Like, I have learned more words in the French language just playing this for a little bit than I did in all of my years of French class. So, already, this is infinitely better than your typical, grade school French class. Partially because it's not dull. It's not annoying. It teaches you in a way that you want to be taught. It gives you goals to achieve. Like, you've got these goals, this to-do list. Your first words, you gather 10. Sensory detail. Hover over each task. Collect 5 adjectives. Collect 5 verbs. Collect 5 child objects. A perfect 10. Speed demon. Read demon. Good listener. These are all basically achievements that you can get. And it gives you something to strive to while you're also learning these words. It's really, really cool. And then you can go back, and because you know where everything is, you can pick up different languages slightly faster. Presumably. Probably not me. I barely know English. Let's be honest here. But this is not without its faults. So, I'm going to nitpick here. So, for the most part, the textures and everything are just fabulous. But when you get to things that are, like, written... So, let's see here. Yeah, this is... The photos here. Where it says photos. It's really blurry. I personally would like to see these being a little bit clearer and cleaner. Just the text. It has nothing to do with the game. It has absolutely nothing to do with the game, and it's not hindering the game. That's just my OCD going off. When I get closer to something, I should be able to see it clearer, not fuzzier. But yeah, if they never changed that, it would not change my opinion of this game in any way, shape, or form. And it's a cat. Just in case you were wondering, it's a cat on a chair. I would kick this cat off, but you can't kick. Anyway, main problem I have with this game is if we go to this door and we select the door.
Porte.
So this is door. Port is door. Kind of like a portal. Actually, I think that's... No, portal's... I think portal's older than wouldn't be from French, probably from Latin. Anyway,
Fermer.
so here we've got fermer and ouvrir.
Ouvrir.
Now, both of these show open in your translation. By the way, by default, that's off. Just click the I and you get the translation. It doesn't, it should, somehow, they should make it so that whatever the top one is what is shown in the translation. These don't mean open. Both of these do not mean open. My rudimentary French, this is open. Ouvrir is open. Fermer, that's close. So, unless my French is completely off, this is problematic to me.
Ouvrir. Fermer.
So, this is the biggest problem in the game. And it's in a game where you're trying to learn a different language, that is a major issue. When you see this and it makes me think, can I trust what else I've got? Like, is lit actually bed? You know, you come here, is that actually sleep? It makes you question it. And I don't know if it's just on doors, because if I go with this, it's the same. It's, you know, the same stuff. It's a door. A door is a door is a door is a door is a floor. Actually, I never did check the floor. Floor. So that is the biggest issue I see with this. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a problem. It's a big problem. If you're saying open and close are both open, it's not good. It basically destroys the entire credibility. So I hope that that's something that they take into account and correct. And as far as I can tell, all the language, like in Spanish, I believe it was the same. I'd have to look up the words, but there was 2 words on it, and I'm pretty sure one is open, one is closed, because those would both be...
Armoire. Armoire.
Hold control. Those would both be verbs to describe a door. Those are both states of the door. So I hope that's just kind of a quirk, and I will probably mention that to the developers. I'll email them after this and mention that to them. Anyway, that is the basics of the game. That is what you start. Now, there's a reason why I picked this world with 50 out of 50 instead of creating a new one. Because there is a new mode. Once you get to 50 mastered words, you get this flyby mode. So let's do this. And here we are.
What?
In flyby. We're on a jet. And
Calendrier.
now, this is difficult. I'm gonna be completely honest. This is difficult, and you've got first-person view as well, and that's why it's difficult, because you will smash. I don't get the respawn timer. Like, I honestly don't, and you also have to be very close, almost too close, and that's not good. I find that to be, especially since you can kind of slow yourself down, but it's really difficult. And when you get to things like that, it's really, really hard to maneuver while doing this. And like, I should be able to hit it from here, but there was no way I could have avoided that. So that's kind of a problem. You're gonna constantly be dying, but it's a really cool idea. Like, I wouldn't even attempt to dodge. To my knowledge, there's no way to, like, if we go here, Let's see. Oh, you got better range on the fridge when opening and closing things. You got a boost. You got your slowdown.
Affiche. Affiche.
How was I was spinning. I was doing a dog roll before, but apparently I can't do that now. Anyway, this is actually really cool that you can use a model plane. But it's difficult. It's really difficult because you cannot, like, they need to widen the parameters a bit. Like, I should have been able to hit that. But that's me. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I haven't spent a lot of time in this plane. But yeah, it's not good. It's maneuverable. The plane is as maneuverable as you would suspect a plane to be. But unfortunately,
Pantalon.
you have to be right in the object in order to hit it. And they need to increase the range of it by like 10, 20 times. Like, I should be able to hit it from here. Whoa. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult, but it is fun. It really is fun. And I blew up. I nicked my wing. I nicked my wing. All right. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. That one you can actually get out of easily. You just hit escape and you're out, which is quite nice. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Check it out on Steam. I will apply the links to the description to both the creator's website, or the game's website, and to the Steam page for it. And till next time.